pay them. It's like due next month. So anyway, it's just all wild stuff. But let's go on to the next one, which is my tab.
Yeah, post that, read that. What you got?
We the three of us were talking recently, and I was sort of just on one of my. We all get into these sort of like rants and ideas of ways to make money, and I had this thought, and it was. Could we start turning video text en masse into video? And it sent me down a rabbit hole and reminded me of this thing called Article Video Robot. And this link isn't working here, so give me a second to type it in. It's just articlevideorobot.com. Yeah, there we go. And it's like a very like
articlevideorobot.com.
Yeah, it's like a very like 1.0 like web 1.0 website kind of. And really straight up, dude, this website has been around for, it says 2022 on it, so kudos to them for keeping it up to date. But I've known about Article Video Robot for like at least a decade, maybe 15 years. But basically what you do is you enter a URL, you enter an article, and it just like spits out like a video using taking the text and turning it into like some audio and maybe like VSL style, like text on the screen with just images moving around the background, like stock photos. And the reason I think this is really interesting is there like an arbitrage opportunity? Like I made a joke earlier before we were recording, but like could we go? I mean, now obviously Encyclopedia Britannica is on the internet, but like, could we take Encyclopedia Britannica, load them all in, like 20,000 entries, make 20,000 videos that all go load straight, and then just upload them to YouTube, and then we just get, it's not even. We're not hoping that, remember that GPT-3 one that we had like a month or two ago? We're not hoping that any of them get like 10,000 hits, but we're hoping to get 20,000 YouTube videos that all bring 3 views a day for people that are searching like, what was Genghis, how many wives did Genghis Khan have, or...
Yeah, I do, and then you could get the red AI video. You know what I'm saying? We're getting the in-stream ads. We're popping up the YouTube subscribers. Like we should hit niches and do this. Like men talking about tools,
dude.
Like how to do basic like
If this works, right? I mean, it's one of those things where you could it's sort of black hat, gray hat, I guess, right? Definitely black hat. But anyway, like you would just go and populate 10,000 videos, and whether you direct them to like an opt-in, right? Like you could do it with Alibaba stuff, obviously.
Yeah, just get that ad revenue.
Or just the ad revenue.
Get that YouTube ad revenue right there.
And it reminds me of...
Because, again, it's not like there's a cap on the amount of videos.
It's unlimited, right? And so I remember... And the thing it reminded me of was when I was, like, 17, there was a website where you could, like, write articles online and you get paid, like, $5 or $10. I forget what it's called. I'll find it one day. But it got bought by Yahoo. And the way people were hacking it was... I'm 33, so this was, like, 16, 17 years ago. Not all these physical books have been put on the internet yet. And even still today, I'm sure there's millions of books that have been written that have not been digitized and turned to the internet. So people were just going to the library and just picking up these books. And you got paid more money the higher quality the content was. We're just going and picking up these books and just like click-clacking away and copying words off the pages of the book and typing it into this article thing that Yahoo bought and just making, they were doing $4 an hour, making $40 an hour, nothing crazy. Probably with inflation, $80 an hour today. But that's what made me think about this today, right? It's like, is there a similar arb to play where there's a massive content that exists, but that it doesn't exist on a certain digital channel yet? And so would that be it? So anyway, so that was my thought about Article Video Robot. Just the schemer in me trying to see if there's a way to scheme.
Yeah, look, and that's that legendary alpha that we're looking out there for on the pod for the listeners we're here for, man. That's how many business ideas they have through in there. I mean, you could have a mail defense service. You could you could be doing text. You could be doing text to video. You could just buy that AI outright. You could be surfing bottles at the Block Bar.
I mean,
this is
it infinite. Might be. What's funny is that as I know that the 200 people that listen to this podcast love this podcast, but we can't figure out the distribution channel correctly yet. And I wonder if it's really just to turn it into like that. It's just like each pod you will guarantee you 4 money making hustles.
I'm saying 10 levels of alpha. We're going to rename it to 10 levels of alpha. Actually even better is like we should call it your first 10 million. Yeah. And just
one level higher. Your first E. Right. But yeah, actually the best one of those is the private arm service for the.
Private mail defense, like local privatized mail defense. You just get a security company and you just pitch a contract to Union Pacific, and then you're just doing imagery.
That's it. That's it. You just arb it out.
It is a classic security arbitrage play.
Super simple.
Yeah, I mean, made Blackwater
100%.
famous.
100%. Well, I guess
Eric Prince shot.
Is that all the tabs, right? Is that what we got?
Yeah, I think it's all the tabs we have. We lost Colin on video somewhere. We'll give the listeners like easily 7 or 8 guesses as to what reason it is that he's not on there. Is it did his child leave the home? Yeah, I mean, was it angry Kel's syndrome? And Kel's, I still got the $100. If you listen to this, you just got to shout me out on the Venmo. We just need to know you listened through the whole way. What other things could have happened to Colin?
I love it.
Builders build electrocution.
Dude, but I love that you're calling him out on it, because this is, I think, the third time something like this has happened in the past month. And every time he hops back in, he's like, "Oh, you guys didn't talk about that, did you?" And it's like, "Yeah, we talked about that." Okay. How you didn't show up, but.
What is it, brother? Computer problems? Personal problems, business problems. I mean, you guess you gotta let know. This pod could be his therapeutic channel. But yeah, I guess some of the actual segments aren't as exciting. Like floor check is only an excuse for us to beat up on him for doing an entire thread on Ohm. That's the only reason it still exists. James Explains is only funny when we're all laughing at it.
Yeah.
What else we got? You want to cancel anybody?
There's this one dude, and you
those
know
ghosts
I'm not
with the promoted tweets.
Actually, you know what? Whoever's running, first of all, the Twitter ad platform is so horrific, and there clearly is no they will just let. There's this goat tweet that Oren and I keep getting that it's like the angry goat, lucky goats about to be sold
14,000
out.
edition.
I've seen this ad every day for 3 months straight. And these dudes are probably just losing money hand over fist trying to fucking sell out their goat NFT project.
They're lucky their Upwork
I got a couple homies who are launching NFT projects right now, and it's and they're smart and they're clever.
And you're like, yo, Twitter ad first channel.
How are you going to get the traction on this? Who's getting this from me? But no, there's one guy, and I'm not into canceling, right? In general, because I'm sort of mostly it's more like self-preservation, and I just don't want that karma.
Bro, you're a bird of song, not a bird of prey, bro. We get it.
But there's this one dude I know we were sharing around the tweet in the chat. The one dude in the Mercedes, he's might be in a Sprinter van or something, and he says coffee. He's talking about how coffee is for the weakest people.
But he got all the attention.
Well, I was going to say, people don't recognize...
So are we canceling coffee, or are we canceling...
No, the thing is, it's if you... That man, we talk about ego... I mean, success happens at peak cringe, and you got to just drop your ego. That man has dropped his ego so aggressively, because he just wants... It's like trolling, right? And he's just getting exactly what he wants out of it, right? Which is people talk about it on their massive podcasts.
He's like the sweaty startup of TikTok. That's what it is.
100%. No, I think that's it, though. I don't know. We should probably find out if Colin's alive. He's good to go.
Floor check for the Bromedo.
Oh, I should check my Bromedo floor check. Let me open my
is it on Solana?
I gotta check my Phantom app.
Floor check is going to be is it $13 or $31?
I don't know my Phantom app password. I might have to hit up the team to get to get
yes, for any of our Eastern Bloc hacker fans listening to this, you guys might help change that.
I got into I finally blocked this guy today on Twitter who's been sort of weird trolling me for I don't know. Oh, wait, do we have... is Colin coming in? He's been sort of...
Yeah, Colin has appeared back on the screen, partially, but,
a couple times.
With his Lenovo Yoga, sometimes
I'm going to see if I add a marker for the tester. But anyway, I was going to say is that this weird sort of nice, something I thought nice, coder guy, Eastern European dude has been sort of trolling every tweet I had for a long time now. And we get into it in my comments, and I'm like, hey man, this isn't cool to me, what you're doing. If you're trying to build a rapport, this is not working. And he's like, I know. But attention is attention. And I'm like, okay, I guess.
You're like, that's very Eastern Bloc. And I'm like, is your car a standard issue car?
Well, today was the day.
Yeah, in the communist economy.
But in this economy, not at all. So today was the day I blocked him. So shout out to him if he listens to the pod. You suck, dude. You're a loser.
Yeah, if you need his home address, just Google it.
Please don't. Oh! I heard a land force.
Oh, we heard a Colin chuckle. All right, so we placed bets. Was this a personal issue, a family issue, a equipment issue, or a builder's build issue?
Oh, we lost him.
We lost him many times back. All right, we're going to end the pod on that note. Blessings to all of our listeners. Thank you for coming to our Sweet 16 edition. You are all appreciated, beautiful, and loved. Buildersbuild.eth, nanoflips.com. Plus